Can you believe this? This bike is starting out brand new. What's up, Two Wheel family? Welcome back to the channel. It's your main man, Booster Rails, and I got a good one for you today. Today we're going to be talking about the all-new 2025 CF Moto 675 SS. Now, this is my first time really hearing about the bike. I went and did my research, and CF Moto, I've heard about them, sporadically over the years, but not really too much in the world of sport bikes, super sport bikes, or so to speak. So we're going to dive into that. But before we do me a favor, go ahead and hit that wonderful subscribe button. Join the Two Wheel family. We're a positive motorcycle community of people that we love to support new riders, old riders, experienced riders, novice riders. No matter, we support everybody, no matter what you ride. Now, typically when we talk about motorcycles and brands and stuff like that, we're talking about the Hondas, the Kawasaki, Suzuki, Ducati, Triumph, Yamaha, all of the major brands out there. But rarely have you ever, you probably have, but rarely is CF Moto in that conversation. Now, CF Moto, it's not like they've been around for eons like the other, brands, but, they have been around for a decent amount of time, although they haven't been producing, sport bikes for a long time like that. They've been doing a lot of engine work over the years, and they've been collaborating with other brands and stuff like that. But now I think they're really trying to get themselves out there to the front of things, and that's why they're bringing the 675 SS. So the CF Moto 675 SS. And from a glance, from the first look, I honestly think this bike looks good. Like when I first seen it, I was like, that bike has to be, I'm thinking $17,000, $18,000, just me getting my eyes on it. I'm thinking $17,000, $18,000, but I haven't seen anybody with it. So, like, what's the deal behind it? Is this like a Amazon bike or whatever the case is? It's just all different types of things running through my head. So, not to try and discredit CF Moto or anything like that, but so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So now it's like, it's homework time. So, had to go watch a lot of videos, read up a lot, had to go to their website, get all of the details, of course, so I can bring you guys every bit of the details. We're going to be talking numbers, we're going to be talking price, we're going to be talking all the specs and everything that's coming with this bike, and why I think that it's actually a great starter bike. And not only a great starter bike, I think it's going to be a pretty good bike in general. And I think what they're going to do is apply pressure to some of these other brands. CF Moto was created in 1989 in China, and they were basically a company that produced engines. And over the years, they expanded from just building engines to building ATVs, side-by-sides, scooters, and of course, motorcycles. Now, in 2002, they decided to bring ATVs and side-by-sides to the US. Okay, in 2007, they went ahead and opened up a headquarters in Plymouth, Minnesota. Then in 2011, they decided to start a commercial partnership with KTM. So with CF Moto being originated out of China, and now they got this partnership with KTM, they decided to come together with KTM, and they were going to sell motorcycles over in China. And then in 2020, they decided that they wanted to dabble in the electric motorcycles and scooter type vehicles as well. So fast forward now, CF Moto is a global business that, they pretty much are one of the leaders in manufacturing and producing liquid cooled engines for motorcycles as well as ATVs. Now the 675 SS. The CF Moto 675 SS is a middleweight sport bike that was launched into the United States as a 2025 model. It has a blend of cutting-edge design along with aggressive styling. And CF Moto says this is all inspired by its racing identity, combining form and function seamlessly. Now, this bike features unique checkmark-shaped LED running lights that dominated the front end, giving it a distinctive and modern look, while the aerodynamic fairings optimize flow and enhance performance. The heartbeat of the 675 SS is a powerhouse that redefines performance with the 675cc triple. It's a liquid-cooled 3-cylinder 4-stroke direct overhead cam engine. It has a bore of 72 millimeters and a stroke of 55.2 millimeters. You're going to get a maximum horsepower of 95 at about 11,000 RPM and 51.6 pound-feet of torque at about 8,250 RPM. You're also going to get a 6-speed transmission with the wet multi-plate slipper clutch. And with the measurements on the bike, it's going to come in at 78 inches long, about 30, just a little over 30 inches wide, and about 42 inches high. There's going to be a wheelbase of about 55.1 inches, along with the seat height of almost 32 inches. You're going to get a 4-gallon fuel tank, and it's going to be about 429 pounds curb weight. And the 675 SS is also going to come with the 5-inch TFT multifunction screen. And this display is going to feature Bluetooth along with CF Moto Ride Sync connectivity. And with this over-the-air functionality, its features and software could be updated wirelessly. Now that's something I could dig. It has front upside-down KYB forks, and they're going to allow you to adjust the preload, the compression, as well as the rebound. And also you're going to get the rear KYB suspension that's going to allow for adjustments on the preload as well as the rebound. I mean, looking at the features that this bike have, I'm glancing over the TFT screen and you're noticing that they have tire pressure monitoring with this system. You get all the info. You have a digital gas gauge. I mean, all the information that you need that this bike is displaying is right there in front of you. Looking at this bike, I would never think that this bike would have the price tag that it has on it. I can't believe it's this cheap. Now, when I say cheap, I don't mean cheap as in made, I mean cheap as in price tag. And another thing that I wanted to point out was the brake system that it has. And from my understanding, is their J1 or J, I think it's pronounced J1. If I'm mispronouncing it, please correct me. J.1. But you've actually, look at the setup though. You're gonna have the huge 300mm brake rotors, but you also get a brake cowl. Like my bike doesn't have a brake cowl. So could you imagine how much cool air is being scooped in that cowl to cool those brakes off? I think that's another great idea. The only bike that I've seen with something similar to that is the M1000RR. So maybe there's some other people out there doing it, but this is my first time seeing it on a bike outside the BMW. And I personally think whoever designed the lights, from the integrated tail lights to the daytime, well, I guess daytime running lights on the front, the running lights on the front, and the little check design, I think that whoever designed those lights did an amazing job. When you look at certain cars and you see the daytime running lights, you could tell if those cars have a little bit of luxury about them or something like that. It's just the LED styles. You could tell people took their time to design these lights, and I think it's pretty cool with this bike, because me personally, if I see this bike coming down the road, or if I see it parked somewhere, without knowing what I do know now, if I would have just seen it for the first time, like I said, I would assume this bike was close to 20,000, if not more than that. Just from looking at it. And they have the 3-cylinder 4-stroke engine. Now, I did a video the other day talking about Honda coming out with their first 3-cylinder 4-stroke engine. So CF Moto is ahead of Honda in that aspect. So we got to kind of give them credit for that. I didn't know about this when I did the video for Honda about the 3-cylinder they have coming out the other day. So big salute to CF Moto for being ahead of the curve. And they started off producing engines, so I would expect them to have some knowledge in the game. But I would like to hear this bike with a custom exhaust on it. I haven't ran across the video yet with the custom exhaust, because this is coming to the US for 2025. So I can't wait to see what different brands are doing, like what it'll sound like with the SC exhaust on it, or maybe if they have a Aero exhaust, or I just can't wait to see what it'll sound like, with that 4-stroke 3-cylinder. So that's going to be very interesting when it comes to it. But this bike overall, I'm like looking at the numbers, 95 horsepower. I honestly think that's a good starting point for a beginner bike, for someone that wants to get into the sport bike lane, instead of them jumping out there trying to get a bike that has 200 horsepower. Like, the look of this, I believe, I would say this, okay, if money is not an object, and with this bike, it really wouldn't be, but if I'm just buying bikes just to have different types of bikes and stuff like that, I would actually put this bike on my list. I'm just saying, I love the way the bike looks. Looking at the tech aspect of it, I love that. I love to be able to over-the-air update. That's bananas. Like, so if they come out and they update, like, say, just like you're updating your iPhones or your Androids, update it over the air. That's that's pretty cool. So salute to CF Moto for doing that. So if I got the ability to do that, like I said, I love the brake setup that it has. I did a little bit of research on the brake company. I guess, like I said, it's J1, I believe, J.1. And they've been in the game for a while now. And they're out there in the professional racing lane and all that type of stuff. So, but to see that brake cowl, I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. So like your brakes are really gonna, stay cool. And like I said, seeing a lot of good feedback on those types of brakes. So I want to know about the ergonomics of it as far as how comfortable the bike is. So see if I can, find one local around here somewhere, see if somebody is selling them. I would love to go see it, sit on it, and, see, a test drive would be cool too. So, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So, let me know what you think about the 2025 CF Moto 675 SS. And I've also seen a 675, I want to say it's a SR or SRR. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's at least a SR. So I got to find out the differences between the two, so I can, do a little comparison. But I wasn't going to leave you hanging about the price, guys. Check this out. Can you believe this? This bike is starting out brand new under $8,000. And I know it's just $1 under $8,000, but I wanted to sound like the other commercials do. Like under $8,000 that you see is $7,999 for the 2025 CF Moto 675 SS. I know a lot of beginner bikes out there that don't look half as good as this one that start higher than that. I'm talking, 10, 5, 11 maybe. And you're talking 675 cc's. Think about it. $8,000? Let me find one locally. I promise you. Give me a little bit of time. I promise you I'll get one. And like I said, it's what I see in the value to the price. Value to price ratio. Like, it looks like an amazing value for that price. So if anyone in the North Carolina area has one, I would love to come check it out. Preferably from Raleigh East or whatever. But, if not, we'll figure something out. But I'm still gonna, I would get one. And, we'll figure something out, guys. So I think, like I said, I think the bike looks great. I haven't even had, like I said, time to watch as many videos on it as I wanted. I probably watched about 10 or 15 videos. So I'm gonna, once I get done with this video, I'm gonna watch some more so I can, bring y'all any more information any questions that you may have, drop them down in the comments and I can answer them. I'm gonna do, like I said, do some more research because I really like the bike as far as, the look. So looks, stock sounds okay, but I really want to hear it with an exhaust on there. And I really want to see what the torque is like. I know, like I said, 95 horsepower, close to 60 pound-feet of torque at, 8,250 RPM. So I think that's pretty cool. And I was watching one bike and the guy, he was accelerating pretty hard. He said the front wheel could come up. So I don't know if he exaggerated that or not, but we're definitely going to find out, guys. So when you get a chance, go to CF Moto's website, check out the 675 SS. Do a deep dive look into it. I think, like I said, I think the bike looks amazing. And of course, you can see from the thumbnail that the bike looks pretty cool. So I tried to make sure I got the best picture that would capture its essence, so to speak, for you guys to see. So I'm, like I said, if I can find one around here, I'm definitely going to go check it out and hopefully be able to give you guys a hands-on, with me having a hands-on with the bike. There's a couple of dealerships in the area, and I feel like I'm getting the vibe that they really wouldn't want me to come there and do reviews on their bikes and stuff like that, which, I'm like, that would help you guys, be promoting the dealership along with being able to, do content. But hey, it is what it is. I don't stress it. So if there's a dealership out there, y'all wouldn't mind me coming by and doing some reviews on, some of your bikes, make sure you reach out and let me know. So until next time, if you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that wonderful subscribe button, join the Two Wheel family, and that includes trikes too. Join the Two Wheel family. We're a positive part of the motorcycle community where we support each other no matter what you ride, what size bike you have, who you are, where you're from, any of that. So join the Two Wheel family. And until next time, it's your main man, Booster Rails. I'm up out of here. Peace.